So joining us now to further discuss this is Kenrick Thomas. He's the Communication and Events Manager at Washington, D.C.'s Bread for the City. Kenrick, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. We want to talk first about the work that your organization does and how the holiday season impacts your mission.
Absolutely. At Bread for the City, we have one of the largest food pantries in Washington, D.C., which is very essential because we have a lot of people who are struggling right now because of the pandemic, but now also because of supply shortage. Right now, we're supplying about 1,400 families a day. Before the supply shortage, we were close to about 1,000 families a day. So we've definitely have seen an increase. Not only that, but we've also seen a shortage in donations. So food donations actually have gone down. And then also too, we're also seeing an increase in pricing as far as purchasing our food to give to the community to the point where now it's over our budget. So we've seen a huge impact that the supply shortage chain has had, and it's something that we're working through significantly.
Okay, so how are you working through it? What have you come up with? Or are you still trying to figure that out?
Well, right now, what we've done is we've actually been able to come up with a little bit more of a strategic plan on how we're able to distribute our food. So now community members, instead of actually having groceries delivered to their front door, they can actually just come to our actual front door ourselves, and we're able to give them the food as well. We're also been able to we were able to give a little bit of wiggle room as far as our budget. So now we're able to purchase more food, but we're also able to go a little bit past our budget to make sure that we're able to supply food to the community members as well. And then we've also been able to partner with other organizations in Washington, D.C., such as Capital Area Food Bank, where they've been able to give us this food as well. So we've been able to find some wiggle room. We've been also been able to come up with strategic plans to make sure that we're able to still supply our community members with food, even though supply shortage and food insecurity has been an issue during the holiday season.
When it comes to the logistics of it all, are you hearing that maybe things will get better at some point in 2022, or what are you hearing on your end?
Well, we haven't heard anything just yet, but we're really hoping that it does.
Mhm.
At Bread for the City, our main goal is to make sure that no family is hungry, especially during the holiday times. That's something we really don't like to actually have happen in our city. I mean, we even have a program called Holiday Helpings where we provide community members with debit cards so they can go out and purchase their own food as well. But what we are hoping is that this does get better because low-income community members, they're already facing the struggles of the pandemic, not having a lot of money, not having food. But now because of supply shortage has even caused an even bigger burden on a lot of the families. And so at Bread for the City, we're hoping that eventually that we're able to see a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right, so you've got the pandemic and then the holidays, and then on top of that, the supply chain issues. So it seems just to be a snowball that's really impacting your organization. We heard in the previous piece that we ran leading up to this interview just how some organizations are teaming up with other organizations to try to overcome some of those issues. So talk to me more about what you all are able to do in terms of teaming up with other organizations in the DC metro area.
Absolutely. A few organizations we've been able to partner with. Dreaming Out Loud is a great food distribution center that's been able to provide us food for our farmers market that takes place twice a month. Capital Area Food Bank, they've also been providing us with a lot of food for our food pantry and for our farmers market also. And then two, being able to partner with other nonprofit organizations like Martha's Table, where we know that if we're not able to provide you with food, we're able to send you to them and they're able to do so as well. And we're able to communicate with them to see what they have, what we don't have, so that we know where we can point our community members. So partnerships in the district has been a huge help to a lot of nonprofit organizations and also to low-income community members.
For sure. For our viewers who are watching who want to learn more about your organization and also learn how they can help, where can they find information and what do you need from them? Money, resources, what is it?
Well, right now, what we really need is we definitely need donations, food donations specifically, so that we can continue to provide food to community members who are struggling during these times. And if you're a family out there who lives in Washington, D.C., and you need food, you can definitely go to our website at breadforthecity.org. And you can, right on our front page, there's a form that you can fill out and we can deliver groceries right to your front door. Also, too, you can actually come to our front door as well, and we can provide you with a bag of groceries. There's no limit to how many bag of groceries that you want. If you want 10 bags of groceries, we'll give you 10 bags of groceries because we know that there's families of different numbers. We have different sizes as well. And we don't want to give you just one bag of groceries if you have 10 kids at home or if you have 10 relatives at home. We want to make sure that everyone in your house is able to get food during the holiday times.
I know too, I've worked with food banks or food organizations in the past, and my dollar for them goes a little bit further. So is that the case for your organization as well, where if I donate what I can get with $1 at the store, your organization could get more for the buck, if that makes sense? Is that true for your group?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's something that's been very helpful for us because it really helps us to be able to provide families with more food. We have some family members who come to us and they need about 3 bags of groceries. And then they go home and they put the bags and groceries up in their house and they realize, well, you know what? I actually thought this was a good enough amount, but it's really not. They're able to come right back and get another bag of groceries as well. So that's been really helpful. And then also too, what's really helpful is that we have people who are donating food, such as other corporations and law firms in the city that's been able to give us food as well. And so, yes, definitely, the more that you actually able to donate, the more we'll be able to give to community members. And it's been really helpful.
All right, Communications and Events Manager at Bread for the City, Kenrick Thomas. We thank you so much for all that your organization does. We have a link also on our website and on your screen where you can check out more on the organization. Thank you and Happy New Year to you.